Is day trading illegal? I'm going to answer that question and talk about the PDT rule, so stick around. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel Framework Fortune. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give it a little poke and let's get into it. So, is day trading illegal? I see a lot of people ask that question to a lot of different people, and the thing is, it's not illegal. Okay, we'll go into Google, into Wikipedia, and I'll show you guys the definition of PDT rule, which is not that big a deal, but let's go ahead and get that brought up here. All right. So, as you can see, PDT rule, stock market trader who executes 4 or more trades in 5 business days in a margin account. So, the margin account is the key word there. So, basically, what the PDT rule is, if you have under $25,000 in your margin account, then you can only make 3 trades a week. If you make any more than that, they will flag your account as a pattern day trader, and the first time, I believe they'll freeze the account, let you off with a warning, and then you can go and unfreeze it. It's basically a really stupid rule that I don't know who come up with, don't know when it was first instated. I don't really care, because there's ways around the rule, and they are legal ways around the rule. Like I said, the rule is only for margin accounts under 25,000. If you're a new trader, you really probably shouldn't be trading margin accounts in the first place, because it's a lot riskier. And if you don't know what a margin account is, it's basically like a loan. So if you have a $1,000 margin account and your broker gives you 6-to-1 margin, that means you'll have $6,000 to trade with. So they basically loan you $5,000 on your 1,000, so you can have $6,000 to trade with. But if you lose any money, they don't lose any money. It comes out of your money. And so if you ended up making a big trade and lost $2,000 on your account, then your $1,000 in that account would be gone, and then you would owe them $1,000. So as a new trader, I really don't recommend doing a margin account. So anyway, the ways around the PDT rule, there's a good way and there's kind of a bad way. So we'll talk about the bad way first. And if you have over 25,000 in your account and it's a margin account, you can trade as much as you want to. There's no rule on that. That's why I say it's a stupid rule, because if you have over 25K, you can trade how many times ever you want to, 100 times a week if you're really that crazy. But under 25K, you can only trade 3 times. So that's a stupid rule. So anyway, let's get into the bad way. And a lot of gurus and stuff like that, they'll probably disagree with me on this, but that's alright. I don't really care. So the first way is go with an offshore broker. See, the PDT rule is only in the United States. So if you go with a broker that's not in the United States, they don't have to follow these rules. SureTrader is probably the biggest offshore broker, and most traders use SureTrader because you don't have to have 25K to trade as much as you want to. And SureTrader also gives you 6-to-1 margin. So like I said, $1,000 in your account, you're going to be trading with 6,000. 5,000 of it's their money though, so if you lose it, you're going to owe them. Now, that sounds like, hey, they're going to loan me money? I know what I'm doing. I can make some good money. Maybe. I'm not saying it's not possible, but the reason why this is the bad way, this is not really the illegal way, it's just not a great way to do it. For one, SureTrader has a ton of fees. They charge you for the account to put any money in and out of your account. They charge you for. They charge you for every trade different fee structures that there's like not a set fee like with TD Ameritrade. It's, you know, $6.95 basic. If you talk them down, $4.95. You know, $5 to buy, $5 to sell. Whereas SureTrader, it's a little bit more trickier and not quite as clear on what their fees are. So then, on top of that, they have other fees. They have fees for their platform. Now, they do have a good platform that they use, but they have fees to use that platform monthly. So, starting out, if you're not making big wins right away, these fees are all going to add up and it's going to kill your account. So, I don't recommend going with one of these offshore brokers. I have seen that there might be one or two new ones popping up that maybe are good, uh, but I've not personally tried them, and I'm not going to recommend anything that I haven't tried. So, that's all fine and dandy, but tell me, how do we get around it the good way? Now, here's the thing, margin was the key word in this PDT rule, right? So, the way we get around it is by opening an individual cash account. And so in a cash account, the PDT rule still affects it, but it doesn't limit how much you can trade. You just have to wait. Say if you trade on Monday, your whole account size, say if you got $1,000, you trade $1,000, it will take a whole day to settle. So it'll take Tuesday to settle, and then Wednesday you can trade again. So you might be thinking, well, that's only 3 times a week. And the strategy I teach doesn't really need you to trade more than 5 or 6 times a week. So the way to get around this is you'll slowly want to build your account. So you have 1,000, and if you can build it to 2,000, then on Monday you trade 1,000 of that 2,000. That'll settle on Tuesday, but you still have 1,000 available for Tuesday. So you trade that 1,000 that's available on Tuesday, and then that'll settle on Wednesday, and the money from Monday, that other 1,000 from Monday that you traded the first of the week, will then be ready for Wednesday. So you basically split your account in half and only trade half your account Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that way you can get 5 trades in. Now, of course, if you get up to 10,000, you can break it up how you want. You want to trade 1,000 Monday. Cool. Then you've still got 9,000 left on Tuesday, so maybe you want to trade 3,000 on Tuesday. You know, you can break it up however you want, but with a cash account, you can literally make unlimited trades according to how much money that you have in there. You know, just have to keep in mind it is going to take one whole day to settle. So that's pretty much the way that I do it. It's safe. There's no margin, so if something happens and my power goes out or whatever, I'm not stuck in a losing trade that could potentially have me owing a broker, you know, tons of money. That's not cool. So with a cash account, if something bad happens and I get in a losing trade, I'm only going to lose what's in my account. That's it. You know, so that's going to minimize risk right there. And like I said, this is not illegal at all. It's a cash account. It's your money. The only reason why the PDT rule is in effect and why it's basically illegal to trade more than 3 times a week under 25K on a margin account is because you're trading with their money. Okay, so that's pretty much the big difference with it. Okay, so with a cash account, it's your money. They don't care what you do with it. There's no rules other than it takes a whole day for your money to settle. So I hope that gets everybody on the same page and understanding that day trading is not illegal. It's also not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's also not a scam. Okay, you can be successful at day trading if you take the time to learn it. It's a skill that you have to master. Most people see the guys in front of the Lambos and the Ferraris with all the bathing suit bikini models hanging on them in front of their mansion on the beach. You know, I'm not going to say any names, but you know who I'm talking about. And they see that and they're like, oh, I can do that. If they're getting that much money, then I can get that much money. Yes, but you're not going to get it that quick. It takes time. It is a skill that will carry on with you for the rest of your life that you continually have to master. You have to learn how to do it. It's just like going to college and learning how to be a doctor or anything else. Probably not as difficult as being a doctor. If you follow me, if you subscribe to the channel, then you've seen my strategy. I like to keep things very simple. With that simple strategy, if you master it and keep doing it, 3-4 years, you could have a Lamborghini. Who knows? But that's all up to you. So, just so everybody's clear on that, day trading is not illegal. It's not a scam, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Alright guys, well that's it for my explanation of whether day trading is illegal. I hope everybody learned something today. Until next time.